Hello there, I'm Jim Bird, and we're going to make a video on how to get that power window up in case it stopped working. And we know that we don't want any rain in the car, and we don't want someone to be able to reach in and take whatever they want. So this video is going to show you how to do that. But this video is not going to show you how to get the door panel off, and this video is not going to show you how to get the window motor and window regulator out of the door panel. This is basically a temporary and expeditious fix. The first thing that you need to do is to watch the video on how to get the door panel off so that you can have access to the motor. So go there and then come back here. After you've done that, you need to get yourself an accessory like this, which is very common, and you can buy these at Walmart or any number of places, auto parts store. You should be able to find one that has 18 gauge wire. I think that's about as heavy as you can get. And you can do that by looking at the wire, and typically some of them have it printed on there, and you may need a magnifying glass and some good light to determine that. And you need something that is probably at least 4 to 6 feet long, because you need to go from your accessory outlet power supply over to your car door or truck door. Now, what you need to do is you need to cut the 2 wires that go to your window motor. And there will only be 2 wires going to that motor. And if you run electricity through there one way, the motor goes one way. And if you reverse the wires or the polarity, then the motor runs the other way. Thus, the window either goes up or down. So when you first do this, you have a 50-50 chance of getting it right the first time. And also, what I'm showing you, I can't support this, but I believe that it should work in 95% of the cases or even more, because most of the time that your power window doesn't go up or down is because of a wiring problem or a circuit board problem. If it's a wiring problem, someone can find it perhaps with a continuity test. And something I really should have told you up front is it might be your fuse. So before you do this, maybe you should check your fuses, because that may be a very simple solution to this problem. And if it's not your fuse and if it's not continuity, then another thing it could be is in your BCM, which stands for your body control module, and we'll leave it at that. That would be a circuit board, and that's for the professionals. So back to getting that window up. After you've cut the wires and you've stripped all the wires, say at least 1/2 inch, you then put 2 of the wires together for the motor. Now that's just 1 wire from the motor and 1 wire from here. You twist it together. And then after you do that, you put this in your power source, and on newer cars, your power source in almost all cases is what they call a switched power outlet, which means that you have to have your key on so to support your auxiliary devices, or you have to have the motor running. If you have an older car, like I have an older truck, and the power outlet on that is always hot. In other words, it's not switched. So make sure that you have power going to this. You plug that in. Then you take the wire that is not yet connected from here to the wire that's not yet connected on the motor, and you touch those together briefly. And at that point, your window should go up or down. Now, if it's already down and it doesn't go down any further, then you obviously need to switch the wires around. And once you do that, again, in 95% of the cases or more, that window will probably go up. And once it goes all the way up, you immediately separate the wires because you don't want to overstress your motor or your window regulator. And that's it. So if you have air conditioning and heating and your windows are up, you don't have to worry. There's no hurry. You need to probably tape the wires that you cut on the window. However, that's not really that critical either, because unless those wires are getting 12 volts, the motor isn't going to be doing anything. So get the car back together, or maybe you don't even have to do that. You are now ready to take your car anywhere and do anything you want until you have time to take it to a professional and have the windows fixed. Now, that's all I have. Hopefully this is a short video, and I ask you to just, if you like the video, do something nice for someone, especially if they're a veteran. And that's all I have. Again, Jim Bird saying goodbye and good luck.